Hello everyone, and welcome back to another GIS mathematics lecture video. And in this lecture video, I want to build upon this sort of simple 2x2 case where we derived this 1, 0, 0, 1 identity matrix. I want to build upon that conceptually to be able to quickly look at a matrix and figure out what its identity matrix will be without having to go through all of this algebraic nonsense. But I wanted you to understand at a base level why we get what we get. Okay? So let's give ourselves a little bit of room here. I actually want to keep this so that we can see what we resulted in. Actually, you know what? No, let's give ourselves a little bit extra room because I want to make sure we have plenty of room to talk about it. Okay, right? So, to recap, right, for a 2x2 matrix input, this is the input, right? Our identity matrix was also a 2x2, and in specific, right, it was 1, 0, 0, 1. Right, we solved this in the previous video. Okay, so let's talk about what this looks like structurally, right? The identity matrix is basically just a matrix with ones along the diagonal and zeros elsewhere. Right, that's what this matrix is, right? It's kind of small, so you don't maybe see it that way. We'll go through some larger examples in just a second, but the identity matrix, we proved it for the 2x2 case, is just a matrix with ones along the diagonal, right? That's what this is. And then zeros everywhere else, okay? So let's go ahead, and we're not going to prove it algebraically, but let's go ahead and look at what the input would be for a 3x3 matrix, right? I encourage you, if you want to convince yourself of what I'm saying, 3x3 isn't unreasonable, pause the video, go back and work through those same steps we did before, and you'll end up with what I'm telling you, right? But for a 3x3 input, right, we already said that for a 2x2, right, I had to match. It's going to be the same for a 3x3, right? Our I is going to be a 3x3, right? We can do, again, you can do the same sort of algebraic stuff to prove this to yourself. I'm not going to go through a 3x3 example, right? But what does I actually look like if we expand it out? Following this sort of same explanation, right? A matrix with ones along the diagonal and zeros everywhere else. So we would have a 3x3 matrix. That's 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, and then 0, 0, 1. Right, again, ones along the diagonal and zeros everywhere else. Okay? Let's look at a 4x4 matrix. A 4x4 matrix, I, again, is going to have the same dimensions. It's also going to be a 4x4 matrix. Okay? And if we expand that out, right, again, a matrix with ones along the diagonal and zeros everywhere else. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Again, we have 4 columns. 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, and then 0, 0, 0, 1. Right? Again, 4 columns, 4 rows, right? 4 rows, 4 columns. Ones along the diagonal and zeros everywhere else. Okay? So again, conceptually with the 2x2, we proved this to be the case. I am now telling you that to extrapolate this out to any square matrix, right? Again, I'm going to put this in all caps. Right. Any square matrix will have the same setup. All right, let's have an n by n input. All right, the identity matrix is going to be n by n, and then the sort of expanded out version will be ones along the diagonal and zeros everywhere else for any square matrix. Okay, so we can, hopefully this doesn't confuse you. I really hope this doesn't confuse you. Right, at position 1, 1, we have a 1. Position 2, 2, we have a 1. At position 3, 3, we have a 1. Dot, 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 dot. At n, we have a 1. And it's zeros everywhere else. Right? That is, in principle, what it means to make an identity matrix for any square matrix. I know I beat this over the head, but I really want to make sure that you understand where this is coming from in the 2x2 example, and then how we can extrapolate that out to any square matrix. Hopefully that makes sense, and if you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.